Hello.
Hey, Nancy.
Oh, there you are.
Hi. Nancy, I tried calling you yesterday. Did you get everything you needed? Or
I really apologize for that confusion.
okay.
That was my snafu.
It's okay. I just feel bad because I was not feeling well when you guys were trying to talk to me, and I had 2 meetings that I missed while we were talking, so I was pretty distracted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But so if you need a one-on-one with me, then I can do that.
Okay, and Lori K has sent you the agenda?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
So, feedback on that. How do I, do you have a Facebook address that I can go to?
Yeah. Put it in the chat. Here you go, Bruce. It should be, I think it's the last post.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got, the one from last night already has almost 600 views.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the one from the other night has over 800.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's citizen engagement, the likes of which we've never had before.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't guarantee they're watching the whole thing, but they're at least
No, but
the
still.
play button.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I know there's a number of people who, I know people are starting to get back to work, so I know there's a number of people who can't make it on today's call. So well, just any agenda additions from anybody outside of the norm? Gaylor, you look like you're trying to, yep, okay. Oh, I need to unmute myself. Face.
Nothing. I just had to turn it up. I couldn't hear anybody because
Oh, okay. All right.
now I can hear you.
Okay. Gary, emergency management.
Not much new. There is quite a bit of concern as more and more opens up, especially in New Hampshire. We just need to encourage people to continue to be careful, wear their masks whenever out in public, and try to use adequate spacing. I know every time I go in Hannaford, there are a lot of masks, but there are also a lot that aren't. And, in the village store today, just was in there getting lunch to bring up for this, and 4 locals were wandering around in there, pretty crowded with no masks. But all the workers were in masks. But anyways, it's something we got to worry about. Other than that, I have nothing.
Okay. Yeah, and if anybody needs, I think there's still maybe 15 masks that haven't been claimed from that volunteer that dropped them off last week. So if you know anybody, some families have been in to get them. So just ping me if you need any. Let's see. I don't think I have anything for communications that I can think of. I've just been trying to, the Facebook, I feel like the Facebook group, I don't know what you think, Erin, but I know you've been just as active as I am, but I feel like that's actually, there's a lot of people besides us posting, sharing things. So there's actually seems to be a lot of engagement on the Facebook page and the private Facebook group for the town, which has been great.
And a lot of just likes and views, even if people aren't posting. So we know that's a good way to get info to people.
Yep. And there's been some good just town pride stuff, which is kind of nice to see too. People just saying they're appreciative for living here, which is not something I would have expected to see maybe 3 months ago.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
It's good. Volunteer coordination, I guess nothing new there. We're still on the every other week. Some people have been reaching out for like kind of random requests for like some elderly people with help cleaning their houses and things like that. And while I don't know that that's something, or yard work, And while I don't know it's something that like we can ask volunteers to do, like kind of on behalf of the town, I've still been sharing it with people, and encouraging people to put requests like that on Facebook too, or trying to connect them with the senior center or things like that who might know the actual resources and the Council of Aging and stuff to see if there's actually like state help for that. Let's see. And so Ryan and shoot, I don't know, you up. Ryan and Ted could not make it, and I don't see Sarah either. But Ted sent me an update, which I'm gonna pull up just a second. Ted said he doesn't have any significant updates. Town offices in the BA are open. They're expecting visitors to use masks. The auditorium and gym are still closed. They don't have an estimated date on when it will reopen, and the same for the Elizabeth Park. So I don't know if anybody else has any town stuff. Let's see. Okay. Food access, I don't see Ashley on. Bruce, I don't know. I think you said last time that the food service for the kids is being extended all the way through August, right?
Yes, this morning was the first. We're going to a weekly run, but there are like 6 days or 7 days worth of food. They go out in big bags, breakfast and lunches to any child 1 through 18. So the bus runs are taking a little longer, I heard this morning, not surprisingly because everything's going at once. And that will go through, I believe it's August 12th will be the last delivery date under that program. It remains to be seen what the state of Vermont will do once the school year starts. I mean, we're sort of assuming that the summer food program, which we've been running since, ironically, since the SAP ran in March, we've been going straight through on the summer food program. We're assuming that won't continue into the fall, but you know, you never know for sure. We'd love it if it did. The provision 2 that is part of the school budget would become moot if that happened, because it's really all of this, for people that don't know, is federally funded. It's not taxpayer funded. I think there are a few people that think that it might be. This is a federally funded program that is available and has been available every summer. The difference being is that we're delivering into the community, and that allows many, many, many more people to participate. We're sending out about 1,000 bags on Monday for 2 days worth, and then today that much more. So yeah, it'll go through August 12th, and then we'll see from there. And I think it's been incredibly helpful to people, as far as I can tell from the feedback. While you're on school, if I
Sure.
can just
Yeah, go ahead.
quickly, nothing particularly new. I mean, the graduation exercises went very well in all of the schools. I mean, I think the teachers and staff went out of their way to help kids feel special and recognized. It wasn't the same, but in some ways it was even, well, I don't know if it was better, but it was so unique that it'll be memorable, that's for sure. The planning starts in earnest for the opening in late August. There's an awful lot of question marks to be answered. We have a full day retreat on the 19th, the administrative group, and we'll try to communicate everything we possibly can as soon as we can to people in terms of plans. There's a lot that goes into that. Lastly, the OUUSD, that is the Oxbow Unified Union School District informational meeting is next Tuesday at 6 o'clock, I think. And Monique has been very helpful in helping us connect with the community. And I think, people are at least as well informed as they've ever been, in part because of the ability to do it through Zoom. But there'll be opportunities to ask and get questions answered next Tuesday, and we encourage people to participate in that for sure.
Yeah, continuing off of that, if you missed so there was a candidate forum on Monday, and there was a how to read and understand the school board budget last night. So those are both on the Connecting Bradford Facebook page, that Space on Main Facebook page, and the Oxbow High School Facebook page. But if you're not on Facebook and need links to those, I can send you those.
I tend not to be on Facebook. If you don't mind, send those links to me. That would be great.
Sure. Yeah.
I haven't seen the candidates forum.
Basically, you're just gonna embed it on the Space on my website.
Okay, that's fine.
So it'll be Facebook posts embedded there.
Monique, I'd like those also because I'm not on
Okay.
Facebook either.
Okay, I'll just send it out to the whole group. I'll just post those and send it out.
Great. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and I think it was good. I just checked while Bruce and I were on the very beginning of this call, and the candidate forum has over 800 views, and the budget one has over 600 views. So people are at least pressing the play button and engaging a little bit, if not watching the whole thing. So, shoot, I forgot about something else along those lines. Oh, ballots. So people just spread the word if you can. I put a Facebook post, if you're on Facebook, on the Connecting Bradford Facebook group, if you could share. There's a huge stack of invalid ballots at the town clerk's office because people aren't filling out their certified ballot envelope and when they put their ballot into it, and then they basically have to put their ballot into an envelope that says like, yes, I'm a registered voter and I did this, on my own accord, and then they put it into a self-addressed envelope, and so they're not filling out at all or using that kind of middle envelope, so those votes are invalid. So yeah, go ahead, Gail.
Monique, did you write something about that and that we can
Yeah.
share what you've written?
Yep. Yeah, or
Okay.
you could just, Gail, you could just go to my personal post too if you want, or the group, either way. Yeah, I guess, Gail, do you have anything to share from the library, or did we skip ahead to youth real quick? I'll go back to medical after.
I can speak quickly if you want. So the library board decided not to open for the summer because the construction is beginning. We're getting an ADA compliant lift, bathroom, and kitchen area downstairs. And so that's good and bad. I was also given permission to purchase a couple of Chromebooks or other laptop, devices for folks that don't have a device and need to access the internet from curbside. We just got a new picnic table the other day and chair for people to sit down at. I'm going to be scheduling, or I have scheduled, I have to market it, the first of a few book giveaways for kids, babies through young adults. Book giveaways. I have hundreds of books from Cliff, the Children's Literacy Foundation, the Vermont Department of Libraries, and some others that I've just collected. And a reading challenge for kids. There'll be ice cream from Bliss, all the usual summer reading stuff that we're going to be doing kind of remotely or on your own, except the giveaway will be down at the Bach. What is it? Bach Park?
Yeah, Bach. Yep.
And that it'll be a little challenging, but we'll have a couple of us there with masks and gloves and sanitizer and try to keep everybody, to be distanced. But I want kids to be able to come out and get some books with their families. I think that's it.
Cool. Thanks, Gail.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Nancy, do you want to do an update on mentoring at all?
We're just beginning to have face-to-face contact between mentors and mentees, but still they can't ride in a car together, and still they need to wear masks when they're walking together.
Cool. Let's see, Danielle, Bruce shared a little bit about like school meals and just the overall kind of process with the informational meeting, but is there anything else you can think of?
No, sorry I was late.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, obviously I would love to say a big thank you to you for all of the work that you're doing to help us get information out about all of the stuff. It's been a huge asset, so that's been really helpful. All the board members have expressed their appreciation, and it's one of our goals was to be more, community focused and getting more community involvement. And it's wonderful to have somebody like you in the community to help us do that. So, and yeah, trying to get the message out. I will be posting just some things to try and remind people to vote, remind people to come to the informational meeting. Please try to get people to come. I think there's the agenda's coming together really nicely. I'm hoping to release that sort of towards the end of the week. Everybody's going to be doing some quick little presentations. All the building principals have been notified, so hopefully they'll be able to do some information about what's going on in their buildings, which will be really helpful to voters. I think it's really coming together well. So I think there's going to be a lot of really useful information, which is exciting. So that's good. Yeah.
Danielle, were you on when I shared the note about the ballots?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you might want to include it in some of your posts about voting. I put it on my personal Facebook, and it's on the Bradford group. So people are returning ballots to the town clerk not in the certified ballot envelopes, so they're invalid. So there's quite a number of them right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, just if you put a note maybe when you share, or if you put stuff on the listserv, to make sure people put them in the fill out the certified envelope and seal it and put it in the other envelope.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
We should have like
Yeah.
put a, we should have put like an I don't know if there's instructions in the envelope, but maybe next time.
I think there is. I think
there probably
there is.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a lot of reading in there, so
Yeah.
it is overwhelming when you're trying to figure it out for sure.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Ballots are really pretty clear if you just read them.
Yeah. Humanity. Let's see. Let's skip to. I don't see Ayla on. Ashleen or Michael, did you? Or actually, Ashleen, I'll go back to you real quick. Is there anything on food?
Yeah, so I guess maybe you guys have seen some of my emails that are coming through. I think there's just a lot of things about food that cycle through, and so when we meet on Wednesdays, I don't always remember all the different things that are happening. So what I've been trying to do is, as I see things roll through, forwarding them to the group. But basically, Willing Hands has really been expanding, and they're going to be offering some food in Fairleigh. I believe that was on Tuesdays or something. And then they are coming up to the clinics, like I've said, and maybe in other places. And then I think things are still kind of going the same with the food shelves and the community gardens.
Cool, thank you. And then on behalf of Little Rivers Healthwise, is there, I don't see Ayla on here, so.
Maybe Mike can add some too, but I think we're still doing testing, and it's for anyone, but you would have to have a PCP refer you to us or become a Little Rivers patient.
Yeah, I don't have anything much more to add to that.
Okay, thanks guys. Danielle?
Yeah, so I just wanted to, because Ashleen, you've been posting some great stuff about the fresh fruits and vegetables, and I just want to point out too, we got our bag for 7 days today, and so we got 2 gallons of milk, and we got probably, I think, I don't know, 2 large bunches of carrots, a big cucumber in each bag, avocado, peppers, I know Bruce probably talked about it a little bit, but I just want to say that, you know, what's coming home for kids is awesome. It's really amazing that they're able to do this, and they send home a menu and they send home instructions on how to cook it. I will also say there's some corn dogs. So there's a little bit of fun and a little bit of balance, some healthy stuff with some bad stuff. But anyways, I just think it's really great that some of that stuff is going home, and so people know what's going in those bags. It's not just, you know, PB&J or sun butter sandwiches. It's really some great foods for the kids and the families to sort of figure out together. So that's really nice. So that's all.
Cool. Let's see. Erin, anything on business, financial?
I think so.
Patty, did you have anything from the bank?
Yeah, just that the Small Business Administration finally put out the revised PPP loan forgiveness applications today. So if anyone has a loan out there, we will be getting in touch with them by the end of the day with the applications for the loan forgiveness. So that was new today. So
Cool.
other than that, we're open for business, and people are coming in mostly with their masks still. So that's nice to see. So that's all I have.
Cool. Thanks. Let's see. Carol Taylor. No, Carol Freeman. Sorry, Carol. Fake out.
There's really nothing new about seniors. We're still waiting for the governor to give guidance on whether senior centers can reopen or visitation for assisted livings and nursing homes. So it's just sort of nothing new. I don't know if
Cool.
Marianne has something.
Yeah, and just to inject in there too, Connie and Claude have been coming to the space and doing their tax stuff, so that worked out.
Oh, great. Good.
Marianne?
Yeah, hi, thanks. Yeah, so the governor did just address a few things at 11 o'clock today regarding visitation for facilities. There are protocols in place if they want to open up to visitation outdoors, and hospitals as well. They are putting out this afternoon protocols on senior centers and, you know, possible activities that might be able to happen. They did say specifically that adult day centers are not opening at this time. This is just for senior centers at this moment. So there should be some activity within the next week or so about that. And I just wanted to say, it's so wonderful that you guys have some volunteers down in that neck of the woods. CVCOA does have a volunteer component. We've been very sparsely volunteered in the Bradford area, Newbury area. And last I knew, although everything's changing rapidly right now, last I knew our volunteers were not doing any personal contact. They were doing like the grocery shopping and that type of thing in other areas where we had volunteers. So it might be nice to connect at some point with those folks or connect them with our volunteer coordinator somehow to see if people are interested in going forward in, you know, working either with the RSVP program or our neighbor to neighbor volunteer program. There's really no staffing that we offer other than potential volunteers. We don't have, you know, caregivers, and really have very, you know, I try to connect people sometimes, but it's not my, not been something that I've really focused on trying to develop a workforce in the area of caregivers or housekeepers or that sort of things, sometimes for liability reasons and sometimes just for the fact that there really isn't much of a workforce to develop. So, and there are a few programs that can help people with in-home care. Waiting lists are going to be encountered unless it's a really high need situation, somebody that you know, needs help with personal care or might be considered nursing home level of care. There are programs that have no waiting list for that. But if you just need help with your lawn or shopping, it's trickier actually. So certainly please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to you know, try to help folks as best we can to get those needs met.
Yeah, and Marion, actually, if you could write up something that I can forward to the Google group of volunteers, that would be awesome. I don't know what kind of response it would get, but at least things like I just did that for the ballots, and there was, you know, maybe 5 people that stepped up like the night before we needed them. So there's at least people watching it.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll connect with our volunteer coordinators and
Cool.
you know, have them filter something to me and I can get to you.
Okay, cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, Carol Taylor, your turn.
Nothing new on the churches opening that haven't opened yet. The UCC is going to hold their annual meeting in July. I don't remember the date offhand, but other than that, there's nothing new.
And Carol, was there anything you wanted to add from select board at all, or anything that Ted missed in his update?
No, I don't think we have anything earth shattering.
Okay. Let's see. Housing. I don't see Marcy, but I do see Linda and Ramsey.
I don't think, this is Ramsey, I don't think I have anything particularly new since last week. If anybody knows some landlord that has a wheelchair accessible unit, I do have someone who is in need of one. A 2-bedroom would be preferable, but a 1-bedroom would work. So other than that, I don't really have any updates.
I don't really have anything to add either at this point. We are starting our process of getting our strategic plan in place and figuring out what geographic regions look like. We may come back to this team to see if people are interested in serving on a housing team at some point. If anybody's interested and excited about the world of housing, but right now we're not quite there yet.
Cool. And I didn't receive any updates from Mike at Stagecoach, so I think it's probably the same kind of updates. So I think, did anybody have anything, questions for anybody or general? I kind of wanted to gauge from this group. I know people are, like I said, starting to go back to work and things like that. Kids are starting to get out. So I don't know what everybody thinks about maybe making these calls, like skipping next week and just starting to do every other week. And they've even been pretty quick. So we could probably just start doing like half-an-hour calls if people want to switch to that. I think it probably is still important to check in, especially as we don't know what's going to happen with increased numbers and stuff like that over the summer. But what does everybody think about that?
I think it sounds good.
Yeah, for the time being, I think every other week makes sense.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And yeah, so I guess everybody except for the people, I need Carol and Erin and Patty and Ashleen, if you could, and Nancy, if you could stay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Also,
what did you say, Gary?
I'd go with every other week also.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yep, me too.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think we should probably just make it like a formal, probably should have a motion to do that, just because it's then I'll go ahead and update the warnings that are around town. Would somebody mind making a motion to switch to every other week for the time being?
I make a motion to go every other week for the time being.
Carol, you want to second it? Okay, Ashleen, there you go. Awesome. And then we just need a motion to approve and Carol, you can vote because we don't have enough members on right now. So do we need a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
This is Nancy. I move that we approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Second.
Cool. All those in.
Give the second to Patty.
Well, I guess we should have voted. Let's pause this one for a second. Pretend that I didn't forget to allow everybody to vote on the the last one. Let's vote on whether or not it's okay to move to every other week by saying aye.
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 Okay, cool. And let's move ahead. Everybody okay with approving the minutes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I think that's it. Patty, I know we were just waiting on the Jennifer to sign bank documents, right?
They both came in today, so I think we're all set to open that account today.
Okay, cool. So I'll just connect with you to get the number of it so I can put it on the application, and I'll just send that in. Cool.
Okay, that'd be great. Yep, Sonia came in earlier and Jennifer just came in a few minutes ago. So as soon as we're done here, I should be able to load it. So it should be good.
Okay, awesome. So I'll just, for everybody else, I'll just keep this as an hour on the calendar just in case we have stuff that we need to do. But I have a feeling they're probably going to be like half an hour to 45-minute meetings from now on. So
at least it leaves the time in case something is longer too.
Totally. Yeah, in case something comes up. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week, but the week after.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, good.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.